promo video. I don't know, it's not actually that exciting, but anyway, my opponent created a game with some promos and some portals and then 3 sets: War of Shadows, Gift of the Elements, and Valley of Ancients. He did pick up a couple of Void Constructs, as you see, on the first turn, had a 5-0. I think I am going to pick up... I almost want to just pick up the Thunder Templar, but I'm going to go ahead and... yeah, I'm just going to go with Thunder Templar. I've learned, like, Silence Prophet is certainly no Shadowcaster. It's a fine card. I think at 5 it's a little bit more than what really it needed to cost. And I have a nice little hand to pick up Verdant Chanter here, and you know, that card's not... I don't think that card's like over the top or anything, but if you can pick it up instead of a Mystic, might as well. So I want to pick up the Silence Prophet, but again, I think the Monster Killer may be the more impressive card here, whereas he has a couple of kind of incremental ways to beat up monsters. Maybe I'm just going to go for the big monster kills, so that's fine. I'm just going to be able to take cards like Crypt Lurker before he really gets set up, and now I'll take another Mystic. Mixing and matching big bomb monster kills with rune cards, and hopefully that'll get me somewhere. So he does pick up the Sirewood Elder now, or he picked up the Sirewood Elder, rather. He picks up a Sentry, and now a Burial Guardian. The Temple cards are even more important. I'm going to go ahead and... yeah, I'm going to go ahead and Crypt Lurker. I could actually put the Bringer of Hope on top since it's night. I don't have enough to buy the Silenced Prophet, so I think I will go ahead and put the Bringer of Hope on top, because that's a pretty sweet play. And then we'll Thunder Templar the Crypt Lurker. But as I said, the temples are kind of more important in a sense, or like more something. I guess like it's more common to be able to hold a temple, I guess, when you combine lots of different sets and things with Valley. So maybe they're even more swingy is the thing. So let's see, all banished with the Dirge. It's fine. So use the Bringer, and that's pretty good value. And then I guess we'll take the Portal, as again we're short of the Silence Prophet. Yeah, I could take the Imps. I'll just take the Imps first. There's so many sets going on here, the odds of flipping another Imp isn't particularly good, so no, I will take the Portal first. That's a pretty sweet Portal. A little better than Thicket Familiar, as you can see. But I will also take Thicket Familiar, because I like to get that banished, but Fist is obviously worth just a little bit more at 4. It was a nice card that, you know, never hurts to have. It's already picking me up 3 honor off of the Verdant Elemental. One of the things, it's amazing to me how often people do miss that, but Banish from the Center Row, definitely a thing, with all of those Gift of the Elements cards that say Banish from anywhere. Void Rift Stalker I will take, also a nice little monster killing card with a little side benefit or 2. It seems a little bit hard to trigger the Echo part of it sometimes, but I'm not sure if the card says Echo. It doesn't, but it is Echo. If there's a Void card, it does a thing. So, is literally the Echo ability, I think, if I'm thinking about it correctly. So, I can only get to 6 rune unless I want to sacrifice my Ulan the Crusher, which doesn't really seem like good value, so I guess I do want to banish, though, and then I'll pick up, it's either Destroyer's Gate or Deadeye Assassin. I think it's Deadeye Assassin. Kind of got a little bit of a Void theme going on here anyway. Speaking of, let's continue this Void theme. If the monsters start coming out, I'm going to be in real good shape, because my deck is real good at that. So I'm just going to banish some high cost stuff. Let's see, he's got Pillar. I think he's got a little more life bound. He does have a little more life bound than me. Let's get this off the board. And sure, I'll trade a rune to upgrade here. And we'll go with the Ritualist, because still got the Void thing. It's not necessarily that I need more power, but I'm kind of wanting to just clear some cards from the center row to get to some monsters. And I don't hate having another Void card, so it's kind of a medium sort of buy there, but it used up my rune nicely, so it was fine. He has, okay, so he's using the Prophet, the Sentry to get a little banish. Not a great hand overall, though. And so I can still only get to 6. I don't have any Mechana, so Spire of Insight looks pretty bad. I don't think he does either. So at some point, he has 1. Well, it is night, so I guess first off, banish here, and then I think I'll put the Fist of the Dragon on top of my deck. And do I have enough for the so do I have that many voids? Probably not. So I have enough void, and I just don't want another heavy. I just don't need more power. Like, I've got so much of it. Like, monsters are going to be no problem. I'd like to not load down my deck because I want to draw these Fist of the Dragons and kind of dig through a little bit. And let's go ahead and cut out the Cell Block. That's the most effective Mechana card, and he's already up in the Mechana race. If I'd thought about the Dark Gladiator, I actually probably should have banished the Vryak, but I can actually just buy the Vryak, and then it might become day, or it might become night, but it's kind of iffy. It would need to be a night monster for, well, no, actually it just needs to be a non-day card and to be a monster. Okay, sure, because, like, or I could buy the Yuck, yeah, but I think I do want the Vryak anyway. So I'm just going to go ahead and buy that. Hey, and it's nighttime, so I get an extra point out of it. That works out. I mean, it would have been better if it had been a monster that I could kill, like a 4-cost monster. But still, pretty sweet. And he's got some... It's interesting, there's a lot of Void cards flying around in this game. Like, we just both ended up with a lot of Void cards. That's just what's popped out, I guess. A little overly saturated this time. And so Thicket Familiar, see what I get, and then, well, Bramble Elemental's right on target with the power that I have. And then I can even banish my Apprentice, should I so choose. It's unfortunate that can't just banish the Water Elemental here. Well, I could just probably buying the Water Elemental and the Yuck Tribe Outcast. Well, that's tempting to kind of leave. Yeah, I'll just leave the Water Elemental. I don't think he has any center row banish, so I'm going to actually go ahead and take more center row banish because I think that's helping me out a lot. The more of that I get at this point, the better, so I can beat these monsters. And so that kind of then forces him to buy. Well, he actually managed to make use of it, but there was no guarantee he'd be able to buy and make use of the Water Elemental. It did cost him 2 runes, so it's certainly not a free 2 cards. It would have been a free 2 cards if I'd been able to banish it with Fist of the Dragon, so probably the upside of that gamble I think is pretty good. That being said, it didn't work out. And now he has the Huntress to put a monster back on top. Didn't get to catch what that was. He did not, because Dark Gladiator came out. Alright. So Death's Widow is less than effective probably at this point in the game. I do have a Dark Gladiator of my own that I'm going to draw at some point. That's the only night or day card that matters. Well, I guess I'll start with the Thunder Templar here, and then draw, banish the... I'm kind of concerned about that card. And hey, Eco's minions. That's pretty sweet. It's a free monster. And I have 1 void in the discard pile, so right now I can get 4 power out of my Deadeye Assassin. That's, if I could get the Dark Gladiator, that I could get 1 more. I'm going to try to buy and create a monster for my Deadeye Assassin to beat. That would be ideal here. But if not, I can use it to help me buy Dark Gladiator, and that is what is going to happen here. And oh, you're kidding me. Okay, well that is not great timing. Maybe I will be fortunate here, and he'll be unable to kill the Light of the False Hope. But even if not, I guess still probably in decent shape with the honor lead that I have in the deck. As he takes a Temple of Death again. I remember when I bought that earlier and then went on this kind of discussion about how it'll be easier to hold on to. Of course, he also had Burial Guardian at the time, so there was no way that was going to be the case. But, yeah, he's definitely acquired the Temple of Death a lot. And digging on through his deck. There goes the Burial Guardian. I think that's the 2nd time that's gone into the discard pile with Silence Prophet. Just randomly, but Iku's minion. So if I get this Uri of Chaos, though, that should make for a pretty large turn here. I think I still have a Fist of the Dragon that I can draw, so I could banish like the Iron Elemental, assuming it's still there. If there's nothing better to banish, like a Water Elemental. So a lot of good things that may happen. He's getting the Temple of Death again, by the way, for those of you who are interested. He does not have the Temple of Life. I have no way that I know of to acquire the Temple of Life, and I'm glad that that Prime Directive isn't just coming into play. He's not really that close to finishing me off with it, but you know, he's definitely got a deck size advantage, I think, but I think I should be able to take it down with my in-game honor, and do so this turn, hopefully. Could be, and he's not gonna be cooperative. I should have known. I actually started this game about 5 minutes before he actually started playing, and now we're unfortunately sitting again. Ick. I can't help it. I just hate that. Like, I mean, just play. Like, maybe he had a software malfunction. Sometimes the app does crash. So, give the benefit of the doubt. But man, that's a rough time to like just end the turn. I guess he does have a death temp. Maybe he's trying to figure out why it's asking him if he really wants to end the turn, because he can't figure out what he needs to, what other trigger he might have. So, anyways, no reason to continue speculating about that. I do need to go ahead and beat Uri of Chaos. It'd be cool to be able to buy something sweet with Verdant Chanter since it's nighttime first, but not really an option right now. I guess I'll save the Ritualist because I can beat another monster later if a portal pops out. Hey, there's Night Trigger. Nice. And then we've got the Fist to take out the Iron Elemental. I don't have enough rune yet, still, unfortunately, to buy like the Whirlwind Ascetic, because man, that'd be great. If I could get another card drawer, then off of this, after I banish, yeah, let's try for that, because, oh right, I'm going to draw Vryak. That seems like the right card to draw. Hey, and a free monster. So that's great. I don't actually have a great history with Fist of the Dragon. It has never helped me out in key spots in big games, but definitely doing some work this game. And maybe just enough to put this thing away. I guess Iku has the best value here, because if I beat the Yuck, I'm just going to give up a lot of value on my power that I actually have this turn. So then I guess we'll take the 3 for 2, and then just the Jubilant Monk. Sure, why not? It'll draw a card. So that's it, and I think that, yep, that'll work out. So good game. Thanks for playing to my opponent, and thank you guys for watching. Any comments and, whatever, questions, whatever you got, please leave it. Any responses, and I'll be happy to talk about it. And if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.